In our story, we start in Reality Zero. The island known as the Chapter 1 map is used for testing to select the best fighters to join a group who created this test. This group is known as the Imagined Order. This test resets every 22 minutes and carries people who the Imagined Order kidnaps. This test is known as the loop. When a person is put into the loop, then a similar clone of them called a snapshot is made. One day, the Imagined Order kidnaps the wrong people. A group of the 7 individuals band together and call themselves the Seven. One member of this group, named the Visitor, visits the island outside of the loop. This destroys the island's depot, which puts a radar dot on the Imagined Order's map. The Visitor collects some information about the Order and escapes using a rocket to escape the island and the Imagined Order. But this leaves a crack in the sky called a sky rift. The 7 have miscalculated, and any creatures can enter through the sky rift, and a group does just that. A group named The Last Reality sends an iconic cube in the Fortnite community named Kevin. Kevin rolls over to the island's lake. A sphere has attracted Kevin. This sphere is known as the 0 point, which makes the loop exist as we know it. Kevin isn't powerful enough and explodes when trying to absorb the 0 point's energy. The explosion from Kevin attracts the Ice King, who brings his iceberg from the Ice Moon. The Ice King's prisoner breaks out and creates a volcano for his own home. They fight, but nothing goes wrong, nothing goes right for either side. It's a stalemate. So both go and leave their own separate lives. The Ice King goes back to the Ice Moon, while the prisoner takes on the name the Fire King and works for the Imagined Order. But without Ice and Fire King keeping their regions under control, a volcano erupts, burning cities and releasing the Ice King's monster known as the Devourer. The Devourer goes straight for the 0 point, but to combat it, a head engineer at the Imagined Order named the Singularity and a member of the 7 called the Paradigm team up to stop the Devourer. But Singularity builds a mech while the Paradigm, who is the best pilot across the Omniverse, pilots it. The Paradigm slays the Devourer and flies off to the Ice Moon to hide because the 7 did not like the partnership with the Imagined Order. But the 0 point is left free. The scientist, a member of the 7, is left to build another rocket to fly into the 0 point and have the rest of the 7 guided meteor into the big 0 point. And this creates a black hole and bringing us to a new map, the Chapter 2 map. A character named Midas is a member of the Imagined Order. He stands up for the loopers and wants everybody to go back to how they were. No loop. But he is betrayed and put into the loop. Midas needs to escape. He hires another betrayed Imagined Order member with the name Chaos Agent. They both are given curses inside the loop, so they couldn't use their knowledge to escape. Midas turns everything to gold he touches. Chaos Agent's whole skin is ink, and he hides his appearance using a gas mask. The duo get together and convince other people who hate the loop and were betrayed by the Imagined Order to cover up a device. This device was to break the loop for good. Midas' daughter, Jules, helped build the device. The device was supposed to push back the storm, therefore stopping the loop from ending on the 22nd minute. It works. The Imagined Order panics. The Imagined Order is able to come up with a quick solution until they could fix it. Flood the map. The Imagined Order needed to kill them. They pay Meowscles, one of Midas's top right-hand man, and Meowscles kills Midas. Chaos Agent sees this and goes into hiding. Jules hides her relationships with Midas and continues to work with the Order inside the loop. It's a sad day. A couple months pass. The island goes back to normal, no longer flooded. Galactus finds great power and finds Reality Zero and heads straight towards it. He finds the 0 point. The Avengers are able to slay Galactus, but this leaves the 0 point exposed yet again. This is where we get introduced to the next major player in the storyline, Agent Jones. Agent Jones is a vital member of the Imagined Order. Agent Jones came up with the flooding plan, or at least helped with it as we know. Agent Jones kidnaps people across the Omniverse, and this helps defend people from going into the 0 point and escaping the loop. The Imagined Order wants yet another big bang to happen, but Jonesy thinks this is wrong. He stands up for it. He betrays a member of the Imagined Orders. This girl's name is Sloane, and he gets a member of the Seven, the Foundation, to help stabilize the 0 point. The Foundation seals himself inside, creating a spire made of chrome. Jones goes back into hiding, fearing death from the Imagined Order, like what had happened to Midas. Raz was a little boy. He grew up in bony suburbs, and he was attracted to the spire as a kid. He grew, and suddenly he was an adult. He went suddenly and killed people guarding the spire, and obtained the spire's scroll. This just attracts the last reality, who tries to abduct the 0 point, but it just blasts it back into the Imagined Order HQ. Dr. Sloane is here and comes up with a quick plan. She hears that one of her agents, Agent Maven, is fine with the last reality taking over. So she leaks plans to Maven. Maven takes the bait and leaks it to the last reality. Sloane's plan works. These coordinates led to bombs that blow up the mothership. It works. The ship blows up. Welcome to Operation Skyfire. Cubes hurtle to the island from the exploding mothership. Sloane tortures Maven before killing her. Sloane hides in the IO base and finds Jones there. Sloane tortures Jones as well. The Cube Queen is on the island. Highest power in the last reality, just below a character named the Nothing. She takes over the island using countless of cubes and the Kevin we saw years ago. The Visitor and the Scientist have to help loopers escape into an Imagined Order bunker. The Visitor flies off while buying time for the loopers. The Foundation rescues Jones, and they rush to flip the island to kill the Cube Queen. This succeeds. The Scientist guides the loopers to Jones and the Foundation. The map fully flips. A new island is revealed. The Seven lived here. They lived on this side of the island, this Chapter 3 map, and now drills were coming through. the imagined order were ruining their homes. They're starting a war at their home. All the stuff they have built over the years just getting ruined. There are 3 7 members I have yet to name. The Origin is the head of military, while the other side of him was actually the Cube Queen. The Cube King side of him betrayed the last reality and became a member of the 7, which explains his military skills. The other 2 members were sisters, who were put into the loop by their dad. Who's their dad? The leader of the Imagined Order, Gino. Gino thought the sisters could escape the loop, but he was wrong. So he cloned his daughters to make them perfect. And now his daughters are at the top, right below Gino. Gino's daughters, the real daughters, escape the loop with the other 7 members. They call themselves after their father's perfect society, the Imagined and the Order. The 7 kill Sloane's right-hand man, Gunner. Sloane gets in a tank and tells Jones that this is his last stand, but no. Remember the paradigm? The scientist was able to convince the 7 to forgive her. The paradigm builds a mech, and the loopers control the mech from all those years ago to destroy a device that would kill everyone, called the Collider. The ground breaks before the Collider is destroyed. The mech powers off and gets back on, and the mech's fist lifts and smashes Sloane to an unsurvivable fall. The loopers destroy the Collider, and the Foundation and Jones chase after Gino as they go into the 0 point. They find both Gino and the Imagined dying. The Imagined had enough. She had tackled her dad, Gino, into the 0 point, killing them both. The last reality sees this and sends their herald. Their herald kills every single member of the 7, except for the Paradigm, and of course Jones, and a weird robot the scientist had made named Amy. The herald explodes the map after covering it with chrome to get the 0 point exposed. The last reality tries to abduct the 0 point, but the 0 point escapes. In order to get a stable living again, and for life to exist, the Paradigm knows what she must do. She must initiate Zero Fusion. Zero Fusion kills her, but it makes a place for life. Paradigm's sacrifice will not be forgotten. A character named Stalin sees a shapeless man telling him to build a rift gate. Amy sees this as a chance to maybe see if any of the 7 members are alive. And Jones just goes along with it and helps Stalin build the rift gate for the Oathbound, controlled by a Gino snapshot. Stalin's rift gate sends Amy to the last reality. This kills Amy. Stalin was about to send the last reality to the map, but this does not happen when a character named X comes into play. No, not that X. X sends Evie, who sabotages the Rift Gate, brings several factions with it. The Luminaries, hers, which was the Peace Syndicate, the River Guard, the Fox Clan, and the Unseen. They all unite except for the Unseen, because one Unseen member was embedded with the last reality. They all unite under their hatred of the last reality, which just shadows out the other member, Triarch Nox. He was embedded with the last reality. He flees the island, with Triarch Aurora looking for him. Suddenly, earthquakes happen. The Luminaries search it and help Sloane, who is still alive, because they find an apparatus. So they assemble the apparatus and find an upcoming eclipse. Sloane quickly assembles a heist team because a time machine is here, and Sloane wants a time machine. She wants to reverse. But this is going to be hard because Kato Thorne owns a time machine. Kato Thorne is in the way. So she hires a hit on Kato Thorne. She gets Shimmer Dust to kill Kato Thorne. It works. Kato Thorne's what originally almost brought the last reality to the island. Kato Thorne was the shapeless man that Rift Warden Stalin had saw those years ago. Jones teams up with Sloane, and Jones decides to go back in time. Back to the original Reality Zero. Back to Chapter 1. Jones just searches for a last hope to get everything back to normal. The only way back is through what had happened. Cause another big bang. And just have life restart over. That is the end of the story. The end of the Mustard Saga. Congratulations, you made it.